Welcome to the very first street knowledge on Express Yourself on YouTube. This is an iconic moment. We're here, Knowledge Avenue. First and foremost, shout out to Knowledge Avenue. Thank you so much to the wonderful work that they've been putting in here, man, and really added hella value to Express Yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally on YouTube. I go by the name of Stevie King, and as you know, I am the king, the great one, his mother's only child. Today's guest is, man, it had to be the guy I interviewed first for this. It had to be. He dropped California Dreaming last year. I went absolutely crazy with him and Eliano. And then as we started 2017, before I could even catch my breath, Live from the Avenue hits. Couple of singles dropped during 2017. Now we're sitting here May 1st. I did warn you about it. Today he released 58 Impala. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2011, well, since 2011 till now and forever, welcome the legendary Jakk Wonders. Dog!
What's up, man?
Before I even go anywhere, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Alright, I don't think you understand.
Nah, brother, thank you.
Dog, thank you. Getting you here for the first Express Yourself.
No, thank you very much for I'm number one.
Dog,
Thank you very much.
we had to lay the foundation with you, G.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so pulled through. Thank you for having me, man.
Last time we spoke was December 3rd.
December 3rd, yeah.
Greatest interview of my life.
Yeah, thank you very
Sorry. Sorry. But greatest interview of my life.
Thank you, man.
And here we are, Knowledge Avenue.
Knowledge Avenue.
The belief that they have in the Express Yourself brand, really iconic. The belief you have in Express Yourself brand, freaking iconic. Thanks a lot, man. I just had to start it off there with just thanking you for all that you've done. Let's talk about it. 2017. We get into 2017 now, before we even catch our breath. I think it was the 5th.
It was the 9th, officially the 9th.
Was it the
Yeah.
9th? The 5th? Okay,
The
cool.
9th of January, yeah.
9th of Jan, boom. Live from the Avenue.
Live from the Avenue, man. I was like, you know what? I need to start this year off right. Me and Eliano came off such a high of, December with
California Dreaming, dog. Freaking hell.
We brought through a lot of amazing guests on that
Yeah.
EP. From Rex to DJ Eclipse to M. Dot. There's so many other amazing
Stage
features.
Selector, if I'm not mistaken.
Stage Selector was someone we wanted to get initially.
Yeah.
We ended up getting my man, my mentor, DJ Eclipse. Thank you so much for coming through and for providing the cuts on that. So we wanted to just really, I wanted to build on what we had done in the previous year.
Yeah.
It's 9 January. I've got all these instrumentals lying around. Let me just, tie them all up, give them a central common theme, and let's just give it out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So Live from the Avenue became a reality on the 9th of January.
Tell me, okay, before we even get to the 9th of January, Jakk Wonders, we have to talk California Dreaming.
Absolutely.
Last time we spoke, we are just talking about it coming up in the future. We hadn't even spoken about it happening. All right, we're still nah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
And then it drops. Dog, talk to me. Come on, talk to me, dog.
I hit up Eliano I think 2 months before that.
Alright.
I'm look, Al, we need to finish this year with something, something amazing. I'm I want to bring Rex with me.
Yes,
I want to bring Eclipse with me.
Yeah.
I want to bring my brother M. Dot with me. He's like, man, let's go for it. I did the artwork for it and everything. I gave it to him
we need to talk about you and artwork.
Nah, please, man, I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, let's do this thing. Let's call it. We don't know what to call it, man. So I had the picture of the LA logo up and everything, and I loved it. He loved it and whatnot. Had the features and the tracks and everything. Came to the day we needed to put out the promo trailer, and I was doing the trailer for the actual EP.
Yeah.
And man, I was like, I can see it in my mind of how I wanted to play out the promo trailer. The whole time I just got the California Dreaming track playing in the back of my mind.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, man, let's use that thing, man. I hit up Al, I'm like, Al, can we call it California Dreaming? We're out of time. He's like, let's go with it, man.
So that's how it happened?
That's how it happened. And California Dreaming was literally named half an hour before we uploaded the track.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I still say you and Eliana have the greatest stories.
That's my brother, man. I salute Eliana. Everybody, man, that I work with, I have so much respect and admiration for everybody, man. You have no idea.
For sure, man.
But Al and I just had this kind of like crazy chemistry, like even from day one. I was just a dude that he
all the way back. Yeah.
all the way back, man. He reached out to me. Such an amazing dude. I have a lot of respect for him, and man, he's just a good friend. I'm friends with everybody I work with, so I'm very honored and blessed with that. But me and Al just get along extremely well.
It's too nice, dog.
Absolutely.
Too nice. California Dreaming hits. And then I think when did you drop Mitchell and Ness? We need to
Mitchell
talk
and
about
Ness was dropped on the 1st of Feb 2017.
We need to talk about that.
That track
So
has
before
done
we
crazy
get there,
numbers, man.
Dog, we need to talk about that.
Please do.
But let's talk about Live from the Avenue. So
from the Avenue.
that happens.
Yeah.
Classic like that. Dope single that y'all released, dog.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
It was absolutely iconic. Most of the things they referenced, I like because of the American thing. Like
Yes,
I'm not
absolutely.
really like the references. I don't know because of hip hop. I
Hip-hop,
connected
yeah.
to them. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Hip hop is universal language.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I connected to them. I mean, dog. I always go back to MC White Owl. I don't know why. Which is like. I'm classic like the first time you ever got high.
Yeah.
We all have a story, like all of us.
Similar.
You get what I'm saying?
We
Like,
all relate to
exactly.
somehow, yeah.
Everyone is just like, I looked for my plate of food after warming it up. I left the thing in the freaking drawer. You get what I'm saying? Like everyone has kind of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all of them, man. I mean,
Everything's relatable, yeah.
M. Dot came in
M.
hard.
Dot.
Rex
in a
came in
jumpsuit.
hard.
Rex.
I mean, come on.
Everybody just did their verses and they came through with their classic verses as
Dog, like I lost my head. I still listen to that track. I still listen to the whole EP. But classic like that, I don't know, dog. Like in my mind, I mean, like, because I write stories as well. Like there was something that I wrote, which is kind of like to that thing of just things that are classic to me. You get what I'm saying? Things that I grew up with. Enough about me though. Let's talk about Life from the Avenue.
Life from the Avenue, man. It's just a collection of 10 instrumentals that I had. And they all kind of fit the similar vibe that I was going for. And if you listen to it and you look at the artwork that I chose for it, there was heavy inspiration from Sky Zoo and Apollo Brown, who I look up to. If you look at the artwork for mine versus the Easy Truth, which they put out, there's some similarities between them. And even the beats, it's actually a beat that I did on there that actually I found out that we sampled the same source.
Are you serious?
If you check out Jordan's and the Gold Channel, we'll give away the sample of what you'll hear at Bodega Live. It's on the same way. So no, I look up to them, man, and that's such an amazing album.
I was about to say that you and Apollo Brown, like you really look up to the dude.
Apollo's like one of my biggest influences. DJ Premier, Apollo Brown, those are my two biggest influences.
Not for sure, yeah.
And I think it shines through in the music as well. You know, in my creativity, in my style, my sound, everything. Apollo Brown and Premier.
Almost definitely.
Those are two I look up to.
And then February hits.
Wait.
Firstly, how did Live from the Avenue do?
It did well, man. I mean, shout out to Evie Blanco and the good team that helps me, put it out.
Yeah.
Made it onto the Source. Shout out to the Source. It's Biscuit, boywonder.net. There's so many other, avenues, that it made it onto.
Yeah.
So shout out to every publication, Respect Magazine that, fucked with it and put it out and supported it.
Yeah.
And the people that downloaded it and purchased it, thank you so much. And it kind of put me on the map in 2017 where it's like, now, Wonders is no joke type thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, you're putting it out on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon. It's like, okay, let me take this guy a bit more seriously now. And that's kind of like the vein that I wanted to continue doing. That's why I wanted to kick off 17 like that. And that's how it led me to this point.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Live from the Avenue was like next level heat.
No, thank you.
I normally speak about next level heat. That was it,
No, thank you,
you know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it.
That was absolutely it. 1st of February comes out.
1st of Feb, man.
Mitchell and Ness.
It was a track title that I had in my mind from last year already. And I knew that it was wanted to be something that people could all relate to.
No,
and
definitely.
you see the clothes that I wear, man. It's a testament to an era that I come from. So I had this idea for Mitchell and Ness. I hit up Eliana. I'm like, look, man, can we do this? Da, da, da. He's like, yeah, man, let's do it. And it just exploded into a track that everybody's familiar with and everybody seems to love. From 1 Feb when we dropped it, it now has t-shirts, it has stickers.
I was gonna ask you about that. But speaking of clothing, the opening line from Mitchell and Ness, like that
The dialogue.
That opening dialogue,
Yes.
My nigga.
Man, we had to put something that could put it into context. It's we all do this independent underground stuff, this shit that we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so what era do we come from? We're still doing boom bap, we're still doing the Mission the Nest,
Yeah.
we're still doing that old shit. Okay, not because it's cool or because it's this and this, it's what speaks from our heart place. That sounds corny or whatever, but we're doing this for like a reason and a purpose. Sure, we could do like a runner track or whatnot. We choose to just keep the shit that we grew up on. Look at it like this, me and Eliana. My biggest influence is Premier.
I wanted to talk about this. Yes, please continue.
His biggest influence is Guru. We both love Gangstar. We were pretty much raised on the Gangstar foundation, so to speak. So, you know, it's only natural that our styles complement each other like that, and we keep making music in that same vein.
I wanted to talk about that. Because when I heard that, and when you said it, because you're the one that opened my eyes to that, because I didn't know about Eliano's influences.
Yeah.
So when you told me that Eliano's influence is Guru, and I've known you for like a minute now. I can literally say that I've known you for a minute now. Like, I was talking to this other girl recently. I'm like, yeah, nah. I don't want to say I'm friends with them. You know? Because I have people who walk up like, yeah, nah, I'm friends with Stevie King. Like, nigga, I don't know you though. You get what I'm saying? Like, not that I'm pushing the nigga on, just that I really don't know him. So I'm not going to go as far as saying that we're friends. But in my mind, like, you're my boy. So when you told me about like Eliano and Guru, I was like, oh my god, I actually see it.
Yeah.
Like, I see it. I see Gangstar.
Yeah, we both were brought up on Gangstar.
Like, I see it. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, Mitchell and Ness, stickers.
Stickers all around Los Angeles, man. Shout out to Eliana for
Dog.
doing that, man. Thank you so much. So, you know, I just get this random Instagram post one day. It's like a train in the background. Like Mitchell and Ness, I placed it up on the wall. There's a train coming by. What the fuck is this? It was like, no, man, it's the new stickers we put out for Mitchell and Ness. Like, fuck. Thank you, man. This is fucking amazing that, you know, my brand is being represented in Pomona and Los Angeles and whatnot. People are getting familiar with the brand over there with the t-shirts and the stickers. So, no, thank you to
and
him
the
for doing that.
t-shirts are out.
T-shirts are out, man. Just hit up Eliana, man. So you get a Mitchell and Ness, you know, t-shirt. You know? So we're making strides, we're doing things that push the brand forward and keep the culture alive as well at the same time.
How hard is it to keep the culture alive in 2017 though?
You gotta do what you gotta do in regards to what you feel is right.
Alright.
You can, as I mentioned earlier, do a runner track and blow and mumble a few lines on, you know, a few tracks. Exactly. You know, terminology at the best. For me, the best freestyle I ever heard last year for 2016, hats off goes to Terminology. It was on Funk Master Flex. Yeah. And his opening line is, fuck the mumble rap.
That's the opening
line, man, on Hot 97. I was like, shit, man, this freestyle is fucking crazy. I even hit up Flex. I'm like, yo, man, we're going crazy. Fucking amazing freestyle. But as I say, that's what people are gravitating towards. People are not really so for, you know, pushing the culture, the old elements. People find that old school. People find that redundant. It's vintage.
Knowledge is redundant right now.
Not redundant. It's been substituted for fun. I'm not saying you can't have fun, but Karis once says, you know, you have knowledge and wisdom and peace and having fun safely. Core principles.
I mean, dog, look at what Run DMC did.
Exactly, man.
Run DMC for me is like the perfect example of fun and knowledge. You
Oh,
get
for
what
sure,
I'm saying?
for sure.
And many people don't really get that, and I'm always like, that's because you only know Run's house. You know what I'm saying?
Or my idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I walk this way.
Yes,
Shout out
exactly.
to Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Steve Tyler, dog. I believe that you and I are like friends waiting to happen. Like, Steve Tyler hit me up. As Stevie King said, hey. Like, for real. Yeah. Steven Tyler, like, for real, dog. So, but you get what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
And like, so the clothing is out for Mitchell and Ness.
Yeah.
You and Eliana have been doing it.
Yeah.
And now, May 1st.
May 1st, 58 Impala.
58 Impala.
58 Impala is
We need to talk about that.
Absolutely, please, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, look though. I've got Jakk Wonders is still here. He's still here. We're still here in Knowledge Avenue. Knowledge Avenue has agreed that I can do this here, dog. Do you understand how big this is?
Avenue, man.
Like, yo, man, but more on Knowledge Avenue. Everything beginning of June is going to become clear to you. All right. Thank you so much. But yo, still got Jakk Wonders. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to it. This is Express Yourself Street Knowledge on YouTube. I go by the name of Stevie King, and welcome back to Express Yourself. I got the main man himself. How many AKAs can I give you? When I say AKAs, I mean like, I think the easiest question for you to ask is, what can't you do?
What can't I do?
Yeah. I feel like that's like the easiest question, because when I ask you what can you do, it's like
probably ice skate. I can't ice skate.
You playing though, for real?
Fuck no. No, I don't. No.
Not that I'm being racial, but I thought y'all just born with it.
No, that's only Gretzky. That's not me.
The great one. Gretzky, by the way, you don't deserve that. I took it now. No, Canada, don't kill me. I'm saying. I'm saying. Woo! You don't have any Canadian like content, right?
I actually do. CanadianHipHop.com. Shout out to them, man.
CanadianHipHop.com. It was a joke.
Peter Jackson, what up?
I'm playing, and Shawn Michaels screwed Brett. Alright, so I'm still like, right.
It's the 20 years now.
It doesn't matter, I'm still there. Alright, so
Montreal,
dog, like, so don't worry, Canada, I'm with you. Alright, so yo, welcome back to the nonsense I speak, man. And I still got the legendary Jakk Wonders right here with me, man. We're on Express Yourself YouTube. You know this. Jakk Wonders asked you a question. May 1st is today.
Yep.
Boom.
58 Impala.
Let's talk about it.
It's a brand new album that I just put out, 10 instrumentals.
Yeah.
Very laid back, chilled, still my normal shit.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more chilled.
Alright.
It's music that you can play while driving around in an Impala.
I think we did that. I think you and I did that, like, maybe it wasn't like the whole beats, like it was like the whole tape.
Yeah.
We played about like 3 or 4 tapes, beats.
Yeah, we did. It was earlier this year.
Yeah,
so we went around just playing it, getting a feel for it, and just getting a take for personal people around me, just to hear what it sounds like and whatnot. But that's the whole idea behind 58 Impala, just to sit back and chill and just listen to some dope beats, inspired almost by Madlib and Jay Dilla and the likes of those people. I mean, it's still the Jakk Wonders sound.
No, for sure.
But it's very chill. It's different to Live from the Avenue, because Live from the Avenue is like my gritty stuff. 58 Impala is like, I show you what I can do with Live from the Avenue.
Yeah.
Let me show you what else I can do with the soulful stuff, and just show you how different it can be. Still keep it the same, but it's just a bit chill.
I know I speak about this thing a lot, but I will like reference him again. I know Tommy M. Soul enjoyed that, because like
Tommy M. Soul definitely enjoys the more soulful, laid back ones. Yeah, so he was definitely feeling a couple of joints on those ones, because that soul element really speaks to Tommy M. Soul. You know what I mean? So,
of course.
He really enjoyed a few.
And what were the influences behind 58 Impala? I know you mentioned Dilla. I know you mentioned Madlib.
Yeah.
I know like the whole. I mean, but the title of it as well it's quite interesting. Like, and I know personally. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I know that there's like some sort of story behind the title of 58 Impala, like the inspiration behind it.
58 Impala. I'm a big fan of the Drink Champs podcast series.
Yeah.
And Nori and DJ EFN had Currency.
Yeah.
Up on their show. And he was just talking about the time that, after Katrina hit New Orleans and the devastation that it caused, that he snuck back into New Orleans apparently, because the city was under martial law and locked down. He couldn't just get back into New Orleans after that time. And he went back to check out his 64 Impala. And he just said he got in there and he started first up,
wow,
thing.
Nice,
because it's those old school vintage cars that they're built to last type thing. You're just saying like, man, he's after those 58 Impalas. He's like, if you can go to Cuba and organize, having some Impalas come back to the US, And that Impala thing just stuck with me in the way that he said it and the way he spoke about it. And I was like, man, 58 Impala, and just the concept and the thoughts that come to mind when you think of hip hop and the Impala and whatnot. I mean, Eazy-E quoted there's a famous line about 6'4".
Yes.
I was like, man,
cruising down the streets in my 6'4".
So, and Currency was just talking about the 58. And I was like, I think 58 fits this exactly. And shout out to one of my good friends, Lydia Rotary, out of Australia. I mean, she owns an Impala as well. So everybody around me has an Impala. So, so it was a thing of, it just kind of naturally came into being. The chilled beats, the image of the Impala, 58 just being something that, Currency was, seeking after and whatnot, and just the image of the Impala, you know what I'm saying? It was very, very chilled, very laid back, and just something people could enjoy.
No, for real. And one of the things that really stand out for me, that I'm not gonna lie, freaking out. The beat tape itself, amazing.
Thank you.
I really love it, dog. Like, I'm not gonna say this because you're here. Alright, I absolutely love 58 Impala. Great work has gone into it. The artwork of 58 Impala for me is iconic, legendary even.
No, thank you. Man.
Talk to me, dog. Like, I look at that and I think to myself, I need to get me one of those though.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what it needs to invoke in you. Yeah, man. When I was going into doing it, I was like, I need to get the Impala on the cover. Obviously,
of course.
A lot of people know me for doing artwork. I do the beats, I do the artwork. I've been fortunate enough to work closely with guys like Rex and Easy Money.
I want to talk to you about that.
Shout out to ST Show, and the kind of relationship that I have with some of the artists on their label. And so I was visualizing what I wanted it to look like. Needed the Impala on there, needed the city in the background. Needed to be a bit gritty and a bit dirty. You'll see the cover's a bit dirty, you know what I'm saying? So it just all came together, and people know me for doing the artwork as well. So it's just kind of thing like it naturally progressed into what it became now.
Freaking out. And please list the people's artwork you've done, dog.
So far,
I know that you do artwork, I know that you do flyers, Caution the Beat, street battles. I know that you've done.
Shout out to them. Shout out to MEGs. Shout out to Caution the Beat. Shout out to you.
Yeah, man. For real though, like MEGs. Shout out, like for real. But you've done quite a lot. Even provided a lot of beats. Like the street battles are never the same unless you got that Jakk Wonders beat star. Like,
thank you so much.
Yeah, you really just. I don't know. I feel like you really made me famous, and like you really put me on. I appreciate that. And this right here. Can we get a picture of this right here? Can we get a picture of this? This right here is a Jakk Wonders original as well. So I know you in the artwork. Let's talk about it, huh?
Man, people know me. During the lead up to Rex's album last year, I hit him up and I said, look, I can maybe help out the
Greatest X, that
the
album.
Greatest Unknown is a double disc album by Rex. Shout out to him. Amazing album. And I pitched him a couple of ideas. I sent him some ideas for flyers and whatnot. And he was like, hey, he was liking it, man. Can I send him a few more? And that just snowballed into a thing where I was doing flyers for Rex. I've now been working on single artwork and album artwork for Easy Money. Shout out to Easy Money and Billy Loman. I've just been fortunate enough to be in that situation where people know they can look to me either for beats or they can look to me for artwork. So as you mentioned earlier with Caution the Beat and MEGs and all those good guys.
And you did both there.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do that for them. Anybody knows me, I'm always down to help and whatnot. And one of my favorite ones is doing the artwork for Easy Money. The track called Live By, which dropped earlier this year. It featured Conway, and it's significant because the day that Easy Money dropped that was the day that Conway and Westside Gun announced to the world their deal with Griselda and Shady Records. So it was amazing feeling to know that you did artwork for someone who's now initially got a deal through Shady Records. So shout out to Westside Gun and Conway and the whole Griselda people. That they do amazing work. So the things are looking up, on that side of things for hip hop.
That's really amazing, dog. Like, and speaking on the side of hip hop as well, just without like what you've been doing. Van Digital hits you up.
Van Digital,
man. You do like this year as well.
Yeah,
2017 has actually been a great year for you.
So far, we're only in May now. So
dog, but let's not lie. 2016 was pretty huge.
2016 started like bubbling, with the Good Morning Baltimore. Man, and it's just kind of like growing and. We're looking to further bigger things, 2017. But shout out to Douglas Van, man, DV the boss man. He hooked me up and we made a very, very dope interview on vandigital.com, and I got a lot of love and respect for that blog. They always showed me a ton of love.
I'm gonna fight with you though.
How so?
On Van Digital.
How so, man?
There I am enjoying the Van Digital interview now. That's my boy! That's my boy! And then halfway through, Casper Nyovest, and you speak about all that he's been doing. You speak about the assembly and all that they've been doing. You mentioned a lot of people who are doing a lot for SA hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
And then in the midst of that, Stevie King, I'm like, who is this?
Not give you a shout out, man, because you do amazing things with Express Yourself, and Caution the Beat. So you do amazing things to keep the culture going. So shout out and salute to you, man.
But for real, when I read that, I almost died. My phone almost dropped, and that's the only phone I have. So that almost dropped. But I'm not gonna lie, let me speak to you though. You answered this question on Van Digital. A great interview. I saw Eliano's he hit you up yo, dog, this was just an amazing read. And because it absolutely is.
No, thank you.
But my question is, man, I know you answered it on Van Digital, as I said. But let's talk about it. The state of hip hop in South Africa right now. What's your thoughts on it?
It's interesting because we got guys doing mainstream things and things like you go onto YouTube, Sway's Universe, there's Questa. doing a freestyle.
Questa killed it!
You know what I'm saying? So you've got Questa popping up on Sway, like, you know, Sway's next door.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So we in Joburg, we in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
He's doing things on Sway. You know, everybody strives to get on Sway. You know.
Yeah, Tim Westwood come to South
Tim
Africa.
Westwood, exactly. So we've got all these amazing hip hop acts in SA doing phenomenal things overseas. So shout out to all of them for pushing the culture and getting the South African flag over there.
And then you got like festivals like Back to the City.
Back to the City, man.
The city. But again, I have to like all these things, like doing the absolute most.
No, absolutely. They bring hip hop to the forefront, you know. And what bigger day to celebrate it on than on Freedom Day?
Freedom of speech, freedom of art.
Oh, exactly, you know. And we can all just get together under the umbrella of hip hop and just have a good time and enjoy the music, you know. So, and just also keep the culture going at the same time.
It's absolutely amazing, man. And you're doing that like absolutely like one of the most niggas that just doing that, keeping the culture alive. 58 drops today. Like, as we've been saying. What can we expect?
Man, you know, me and Aliano, we've been wanting to put out an EP for some time. You know, we did the California Dream. We're like, you know, let's just, there's a couple of tracks that didn't make it onto, you know, California Dreaming. So we've got a few leftover ones. So I'm like, man, let's just put it out to the public. So now coming out the end of May, I'm going to have another Aliano and Jakk Wonders EP.
We need to talk about this.
Please, man. The Park B-sides, man.
We need to talk about this.
Absolutely, man. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to put it out for free.
So it's coming off the 58 Impala.
That's off the 58 Impala. Yeah, 58's out today, 1 May. And this one, the Park B-sides with me and Aliano, is coming on the 30th of May. So just after the Memorial Weekend for everybody in the US. So salute to you. So you can expect there's a few tracks that didn't make it onto California Dreaming, all heat. I'm gonna have a few features on there. Shout out to Pro Status, MC White Al, man. So things are looking up for me and Aliano for, you know, with regards to this EP, the Park B-sides.
Again, what y'all did with the Final Four, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, with Pro Status.
Mentioning it. So I know when if you got Pro Status there.
Yeah, shout out to Pro.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. White Owl, we know.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Like we know from like pickle juice. We
Exactly,
know.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
dog. You get what I'm saying? So I think that was like the first track with White Owl. Yeah?
That was my first track, and shout out to DJ Eclipse. We kind of linked through Eclipse. On Rappers Out of Control.
That he did, my gosh.
That's why he's a legend, man.
Dog,
That's why Eclipse is the legend. So shout out to him.
Not for real though.
Shout out to Rappers Out of Control, Brian the B-Shine, everybody. They always showing their love and support. So man,
constantly. So tell me this, the Park B-side. What can we expect there?
It's raw boom bap, man. It's the shit that we've been doing that we grew up on.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not even switching up the formula. This is like that Eliano, Jakk Wonders, West Side meets West Strand.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's like it's historically East Coast beats.
Yeah.
With Al's West Side rhymes, forges into this 2017 dope hip hop, you know, underground, independent, whatever you want to call it. So there's no coast associated to it. There's no side. There's no, you know, real city.
It's just,
you know, it's just me and Al. It's just hip hop being hip hop. Exactly. It's dope beats from Joburg and it's dope rhymes from Pomona and Los Angeles.
Done.
That's how hip hop is done.
Park B-side. So we're expecting that 30th of May.
30th of May, absolutely.
Man, Eliano, dog. We know you're gonna come with it. We know that. Alright, man, like after this though, we want to speak to you about the future plans of Jakk Wonders, like further like later on from the Park B-side. We're still here, Street Knowledge on Express Yourself. I'm still the king. I got Jakk Wonders with me. We'll be back right after this. Cheers. Welcome back to Street Knowledge on Express Yourself on YouTube. I can't believe that we're finally on YouTube, man. Express Yourself on YouTube. It's been coming. I go by the name of Stevie King, and I still got the legendary, the iconic, the great Jakk Wonders. Now, brother, let's talk about it, man. Whenever I call you that, like for me, I feel like there's like not enough adjectives to describe Jakk Wonders. So, how does that make you feel, though? Like,
I don't know, man. It feels a bit premature because I still need to do a lot more, man. And
you were saying this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like whenever I listen to the interview that we did, back at the radio station, was that?
Yeah, in December.
Like whenever I listen to that, I keep hearing you talking about that there's still way more things that I still gotta do. And I'm looking at you like thinking, What more can this nigga do though? You know what I'm
there's
saying?
always people to work with. There's always more and more people. There's more and more sites and magazines to get into.
Yeah.
You know, there's a different sphere you can get into. You know,
Oh,
there's way too much more to this hip hop shit. You know, than the naked eye sees. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know, always look to bigger and better things.
Alright, man. No, most definitely. When we speak about better and bigger things, rumors. You know, like I live on rumors right now. Like I'm always like there.
Yeah.
But what are they saying? What are they? Black Twitter, thank you so much. Alright. So rumors are there's like a full length thing that you're gonna be doing. I don't know when exactly. Like a full length album.
There's a full
How
length,
true is
man.
this?
This is very, very true.
For real.
This is me and Aliana putting out an album.
So you and Eliana are putting out an album.
We're putting out an album. We wanted to drop this year just to see how things go.
Alright.
2017 is the date. We're just in talks with a label or two.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure that we do it properly, we do it right.
Alright.
It's pure hip hop shit, man. I'm telling you, it's like the dopest shit you can do in 2017, as if it's 96. So we're coming through with the full length LP. Man, we're looking at guests like DJ Clips. We're looking at guests like Rex. We're looking at guests like Easy Money, Rusty Jukes. You know, we're going all out on this one, me and Aliana. So definitely keep checking for that in 2017. We're gonna definitely put, establish ourselves on the map, with a proper full length release.
I'm shocked. Like I'm not surprised. I'm just dumbfounded right now. That's amazing. So how much work is going into that right now? Because I mean, come on, dog. We know that there's like you're forever working.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've noticed about you. Like you're forever working. There's always, as I said, artwork. We spoke about that. There's forever beats coming up.
Yeah.
And I know that like a lot of people hit you up on a daily. How much work is going into this full-length project
With
right now?
the full length, the recording process started a little earlier this year.
For real? Oh, so y'all have already started with it.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
the process is still underway.
Right.
But I can happily say, as of today, 1 May, all the beats are done.
For real?
So
Oh, nice.
everything is in Aliana's possession. So we're
And
on
we
our
know
way.
Al's gonna come with it.
Al destroys that shit.
She's gonna come with it. You know
Al's got
that.
bars for days, man.
God.
So shit, we definitely coming through with that. But he's taking care of all, the bars, etc. And yeah, man. But the recording process is still underway with it.
Oh man, it's so nice, dog. And anything else that's gonna be happening in the future?
Man,
That's as far as I go with rumors. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, man. Yeah, as I say, the Aliano stuff. We've got going the EP, the full length.
Yeah.
There's work in progress with a certain Jedi, that calls Joburg home, So we'll see about that. And then there's the project with shout out to my brother Lee Black as well from Los Angeles. We got our EP coming out. It's his full EP that I'm producing called The Blacklist. So that's coming soon. I also got some work on the Pro Status album. God Built Him to Last. Got some stuff on the works with Awkward, a full EP with Awkward. Shout out to him. Also M. Dot, we also spoke about doing an EP. So I'm busy doing all these things, and also there's beat tapes here and there, small free beat tapes. So Jakk Wonders is always busy, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, Doc. I'm sorry you lost me somewhere. A certain Jedi that calls Joburg home.
A certain Jedi that calls Joburg home. I ain't gonna say too much more.
Like, hold on. Nah, G. You gotta give me something.
Yeah, man, we'll see what happens in the future, So, me and a certain Richie are gonna try and make it, a project happen, but we'll see how it goes, how the recording process evolves.
I just got a name out of you, Jakk Wonders. I feel like.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh my god. Okay, so put this camera on me. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna get an interview with him. I need to find out if this is true. Because I know you. And I mean, I'm not a rapper, but I've been trying to work with Jakk Wonders. Alright. Wow, okay, that's pretty dope though. That's pretty dope. Alright, that's major. Awkward, major.
Major, man. Shout out to him, man.
Nah, y'all been like, you haven't done anything in a while with Awkward.
Yeah, it's been a while since the Proverb tribute, based on the Proverb, and thoughts and praise got out to his family, and Haven't worked since then.
No, for sure.
So eager to get back working with the Awkward, because he worked with the Assembly as well.
Oh, nice.
Recently,
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, so we all connected somehow. That's a beautiful thing about hip hop, and we all connected somehow.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
dog. Shout out to Captain Chapman. You made
Shout
me
out to
big,
him,
dog.
man.
You made me big. You know what you did for me? You made me big, dog. And yeah, Lee Black, as all you were
Black,
on,
yeah.
Who's Lee
Who's
Black?
Lee Black?
Yeah.
I did one track on there, yeah.
Yeah, the dope production right there. So y'all got like a full-length EP.
Yep.
M Dot.
M Dot, man. Yeah, my brother from Boston, yeah. So we spoke about it. We kind of pitched
I
the
heard
idea.
that too, but I was a little bit too skeptical to ask you about it. I didn't know where you sit with that. So M Dot is happening.
M Dot's happening. I spoke to him, a couple of weeks back, and I, ran it by him again, because last year, 2016, we spoke about the idea of us doing something. Hit him up now again recently, and now we spoke about it. Looks like we're gonna make it happen.
But his album,
His album, it came out in January 27th. It's called The Ego and the Enemy.
Dog.
It is amazing. It was #1 seller on undergroundhiphop.com for I don't know how many weeks now.
Dog.
So shout out to Dot and the whole EMS clique, Mayhem and Rev and everybody, Boston does amazing things,
Bro, shout out to the Midwest for real. Alright, man, so you told us all the future plans. Jakk Wonders, you've been in this, dog, and you've been speaking. We've spoken about the future, the state of hip hop right now. And I'm just gonna ask you this question, dog. And I don't think I've ever asked anybody this question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you because I feel like freaking out. I have to. And it's a question that is kind of crazy now.
Yeah.
But it's a question that Ice-T asked Bambaataa.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Now I'm asking you.
Okay, sure.
It's 2017, man. You've been at this for you've been producing for a minute.
Yeah.
But the first thing that you dropped was in 2011.
Yeah, that's right.
Since 2011 till now.
Yeah.
What do you feel like what stroke have you put into hip hop? This masterpiece called hip hop.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you've added? Because I can give you like a list, a book even.
Okay.
But you yourself, what do you feel like you've added to hip hop?
Man, I just think continuing that raw fucking sound, It's as plain as I can put it. It's stripped down. There's no bells. There's no whistles.
Yeah.
It's a sample. There's cracker ores. There's dope drums laid on top of it. But just to keep a certain sound going, that I feel like we've kind of lost our way, as the years have gone by. As all things in life, things naturally evolve and progress.
Yeah.
But just to kind of step back and be like, man, there was a sound like this once upon a time. I think it's fucking amazing. Let me keep doing it. And just to keep that sound within the airwaves of hip hop as a global phenomenon, basically. So that's what I would like to feel I've done and am doing. Just keep that same sort of gritty, original sound going.
Definitely.
So that's what I can only hope to strive to do.
Man. Alright, Jakk Wonders, here's my favorite question. I'm gonna wrap up with this one.
Yeah,
dog.
sure.
This is always how I wrap it up. Dog, from any person who is like the 5-year-old girl living in Tembisa to the 90-year-old man living in I don't know, living in Chicago or something like that. I don't know. Or Dubai or whatever, dog. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm asking you right now, just speak a word of wisdom to anybody. Just drop some knowledge to any of them, dog. Jakk Wonders, talk to them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Thank you so much for the time and the platform that you've created. And shout out to Tommy and Soul and Knowledge Avenue for hosting this and having this. And just thank you to everybody who listens to the music, everybody who downloads, everybody who supports, everybody who finds out about other artists through my music or through other artists. Thank you so much for listening to it, and I hope that you continue to purchase and support and keep downloading, and man, just keep listening to real hip hop. Thank you, man.
Ooh, keep listening to real hip hop. That's beautiful. So 2017 has been a great year. Looking forward to 2018 and everything else that you're gonna do. Dog, thank you so much for being the first artist right here, man. Really appreciate it. Yo, this was the first ever Street Knowledge on YouTube. Stevie King, you know this. Whoa, we are at Express Yourself. This is how you spell it. Yo, camera guy, get there. This is how you spell it, alright? So, Express Yourself on YouTube, Audio Mac, at Express Yourself on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. We find you on Instagram. And me, I am at Stevie King ZA across all social media platforms. The name was Stevie King. I was right here on Street Knowledge, on Express Yourself, live from Knowledge Avenue. Thank you so much to everyone for listening. Jakk Wonders, thank you so much for putting
Thank you
through.
so much for having me, man.
Yeah. One last thing. God loves you.